Hope's live. I see that's live. Facebook is live. Let's check this out. And YouTube says I'm live on my watch. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us tonight, I see Curiosity Girl in there. Well, has she ever made a show, a live show? Curiosity Girl. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat room. Welcome to the show. And Valina.
Smile makers.
Smile makers, nice. Hi, Cody.
Borg.
How you doing? Sorry, guys. We'll start in a couple minutes. Jesse's making coffee. I suppose you're making me more because you screwed mine up. So, Jesse, you just dump mine out?
Yeah. Here's your
Thank you.
hot chocolate with no pumpkin creamer in it.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
I had to confiscate my coffee mug back.
Oh, we are in such a fight.
So my son had my coffee mug this morning. And it was like I had to confiscate it back and clean it before the show.
Which one is it? He was using your geocaching podcast.
Yeah, it's like, why the hell are you using my geocaching podcast mug?
That's a crime. I've got my Star Wars mug there, and I've got my Chewbacca. My Chewbacca Christmas. My son bought me this shirt, and I could only wear it like once a year.
Officially, no spoilers. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, good Lord. Come on.
I'm getting sick now, so.
Hey, Cody.
No.
What's wrong, Jess?
That Chad's getting sick.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see it the first time because my son was sick. You know, I had
that's
tickets,
right. Yeah,
tickets and everything.
I thought you were going to see it like on Saturday, like last week.
Right, and then I got sick, and it's like,
oh, Lord.
We were planning on seeing it today, but it was just one of those. Renee has still got the bronchitis.
Yeah.
And the earliest showing was like 12:45.
Quarter to noon?
Yeah, so we're like, at that point, we just didn't even want to do it anymore.
so maybe this weekend.
All right, Jess, you calling into the...
Yes, I'm fixing Facebook. That's done, so I'm going to call in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are live. So there we go. We got about another minute. We've got Daryl W4 on the show tonight, guys. Hi, Daryl.
Hello.
Hi, we miss you, Daryl.
I missed actually geocaching, and we searched around.
You didn't cache at all today?
No, we looked for caches, and there's nothing in like a reasonable driving radius to grab.
Really?
Yeah, well, especially because it got warm again. There's lots of them that are in like drainage ditches and storm drains and that kind of stuff around here now that we haven't found.
Yeah.
And with the very warm weather, everything is getting very
Bushy?
slippery. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Geocaching day went very well, guys. Thank you. We'll talk about it in a minute. Thank you for asking. Yes, it was a good day. It was the warmest geocaching day in history in Chicago. So it was a beautiful day. Just got the hair of wearing a Santa hat all day. All right, Jess, you ready to go?
Sure.
Everybody ready here?
I am.
All right, let's do this. Let me hit record here. Hit record on the Zoom. Make sure all the volumes are set. They are. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It's actually Christmas Day. It is 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have short and it's men the phones tonight. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Santa himself, Jazz 427.
Well, that's Santa Dad in my house, at least. So howdy, y'all. 2020, here we come. But before we do, let's review the great caching year that was 2019.
That's right, Chad. Because for this year's final show, episode 595. We are recording it live on December 25th, 2019, and it is the Geocaching Year in Review. Phone lines are open, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. But Chad.
Mm.
Chad.
Yeah. Oh, and I got a mouthful of coffee. Thank you.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's Geocaching Day.
Geocaching Day. Yeah.
Geocaching Day today. And when you have Geocaching Day, you got to bring in the biggest Jew Daryl W4. Hello, Daryl, sir.
Hello.
Daryl W4.
I am so surprised that I'm the biggest Jew that you know.
One of my favorite people on the planet. Daryl, how are you, sir?
Not bad.
How are you feeling, sir?
I'm still trying to get over this cough and everything, but at least I don't have the bronchitis that the wife has that kept us from doing Geocaching Day.
You got no Geocaching Day. You didn't get a cache today at all.
We got nothing at all. We did get out for some Pokemon Go, but
you
not the same.
Pokemon Go that you didn't geocache.
Yes, because you don't have to leave the car for that.
Come on, man. Chaz, did you get a cache today?
No, I'm sick. I was actually planning on getting a cache today just so that I can officially say that I went geocaching, but I'm too beat. I need to get one more before New Year's Eve. I'm doing a New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day event. But I need one more cache to get the 3-2-1 contact.
Oh
or,
my God!
Or 3-2-1.
I think we're at Jesse. Aren't we there as well? If
I think we have one more day.
Yeah. So we went out today. It was a beautiful day in Chicago. Warmest. I've been doing this 11 years now, geocaching. Warmest day I've ever had in the 11 years I've done this. I've gotten close, but never this warm. I mean, it was Jesse. Your car was rating 61 at one point.
At one point, it was up to 61.
And that's in Chicago in December, kids.
Yeah, I called my mom. She was telling me how it was like 59 there. It's like, it's warmer there than it is here.
It was insane. It was. I mean, we got. I think I totaled out 77 because I got one more. I think than you just didn't I? Because I got that virtual.
Yeah, you got a virtual that I already had.
Yeah, so I totaled out at 77 today. Not too bad. Not a bad geocaching day. Not the best day I've had, obviously, but not the worst day I've had either. So all in all considered.
Well, and you still had to cut it short to make it back to the show on time.
Get back to the show. Yeah, me and Jesse even got a little nap in today too. After we got home, we were tired.
Needed that.
We made the honest mistake of going hiking yesterday, which we videoed. So patrons, it's coming your way. And Gerald, first of all, this preserve literally kicked my butt. Kicked my butt. I'm beat up. I got like splinters and stuff in my fingers and stuff.
Oh.
It kicked my you know what. And my legs were so sore this morning. Because we didn't just go down paths. We were going through the ick and
okay. You can't leave us hanging. How did you get the splinters in the hand?
I don't know.
They're thorns.
Oh, thorns.
They're not splinters. They're thorns.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just warning about thorns. Okay.
Yes. No, it was bad. We literally were just barreling through walls of thorns. It was terrible. Yeah. I was pulling them out with tweezers hours later.
Yes. So it was a good day, but we should have done that the day before geocaching. The next day I was sore and I had to get in and out of a car 70 plus times, and I was tired. And I'm sure, and I got to go to work tomorrow, which is not going to be fun. So it was a good day though. Very warm, very amazing, very excellent. So it was a good geocaching day. Another one in the books. So
that's good.
But still no souvenir.
Still no souvenir for geocaching day. Still not yet. I'm hoping upon hope someday, maybe.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
I'm not going to.
Before we get on with the show, let's talk about Patreon, Chad. Guys, you know, as well as Daryl knows, everybody knows how much this show costs a lot of money to make. And Daryl can attest to the costs involved in running a podcast. And we love all our sponsors. We appreciate all you guys so much, especially on this holiday time. One of the guys I want to call out, NP Glenn, he shot me an email and he said, "Hey, I want to do a one-time donation. Can I do that? Is it possible?" I said, "Yeah, you can just send it here." Chad, we'll talk off here. Mm-hmm. This guy's my hero. My absolute hero. Went right to the bills immediately. Sent it right to the bills. Amazing.
Awesome.
NP Glenn, thank you so much, sir. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then we got a new one, Chad. We got a new sponsor. Oh, no, not new sponsor. I'm sorry. A new patron. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Spatula 6 out of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Chad.
Ooh.
How about that?
It's got to be cold up there.
Join in the family. Join in the inner circle. Wants to see
Yeah.
all the audio on the other side. So we thank her for becoming part of the inner circle. If you guys want to do it, you can. You all you gotta do is gotta go to patreon.com. That's Patreon, and you go / the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at Cachly.com. That's Cachly.com.
And tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers, written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
Chad, I noticed you don't make mistakes on that anymore. You got that down pat pretty good. I'm going to have to change up the text on that just to totally throw you.
Yeah, you're going to throw me. I'm going, what the hell?
You'll be like, and by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers, like Daryl. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And finally, by pathtags.com. For all your swag and path tag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade our log tags, or to purchase your own personalized path tags. With over 39,000 tags to collect, pathtags.com is everything you need to start your path tag obsession. Visit them at pathtags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com. And as always, Chad, you can find links to all our sponsors on our website or in our show notes. So really quickly before we get started, guys, we want to give a big thank you to our patrons. Last Saturday, no, was it Saturday? When was it? Saturday night.
Sorry, yeah.
About 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night in Chicago time. I'm like, Jess, you know what? We need to figure out this mic problem that we were having last show with the new mics. So I went on, and we needed to hear what other people thought. So I went on a Patreon and I said, hey guys, anybody around? You want to help us out? I gave them the login info, and everybody came in. We got On a Boat, Only Sleeping, El Rojo 14, CP590, Acme Wildcachers, B Mars, Trexer, Team Dastardly. You guys are all amazing. These guys stayed on the line for, I think, an hour and a half while we just went back and forth with sounds. And I think it sounds pretty good. I don't know if anybody's complaining. I haven't heard anybody complaining in the chat room yet, but I think it sounds pretty good. Chad, I think we're pretty level, pretty close.
I think so.
So this is why I love our patrons, because they do stuff like this for us. You know, they didn't charge us or anything. So we appreciate that very much. Hopefully it sounds better. So let's get right into the show. First of all, Daryl W4, hello, sir.
Hello again.
Hi, Daryl. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Though a little bit miffed at how small a caching year I've had.
Oh yeah. Wait, we'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Okay.
Just put the number in the show notes so we can laugh and point later at you. All right?
Yeah. There's definitely much laughing to be had.
All right, guys. So this show is the geocaching year in review. Basically, Jesse and I have scoured geocaching to find everything they've done this year, Groundspeak, and we're gonna go through all of it, including on any of our personal milestones. So hey guys, if you have a milestone, you give us a call, 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. You tell us your milestone. We want to hear it. This is your time to shine. You hit a milestone this year. Let me hear it. I want to hear about it. So you give us a call. So let's start in January, guys. All right. January. Everybody remember January? Cold January 2019.
Yeah, well, on January 1st, we always have a big caching event up here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think this year we had like 300 caches.
Wow.
which is actually down from the previous year. And I'm told that this coming year, 2020's event, is going to be down even more. So unfortunately, there's enough competition around here for New Year's Day events that they've been seeing the size of this one diminish.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well-
we usually have about 50 or 60 or so, and I'm hosting the January 1st one this year. So hopefully we'll have good attendance.
Yeah, we'll get one in Chicago. And so January 1st. Let's go through January. January 1 gets a souvenir. Anybody who went to an event January 1 got a souvenir. Peru got a country souvenir in January.
Woohoo!
How about that? Anybody? Chad, Peru? Nothing? No Peru?
I don't have the Peru souvenir yet.
Chad. The Love Big trackable promotion. You guys remember this one?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Love Big? I didn't get a Love Big trackable. Jesse,
I didn't either.
I did not get a Love Big.
I
I got the first one.
No, I didn't get one either.
No.
I don't think I even put in for that one, though.
And finally, in January, Geocaching HQ Appreciation Week, as declared by the Geocaching Vlogger. Everybody remember when we had to send? We sent the card in. I think we did.
Yep, I did.
Podcast, Jess?
Everybody flooded HQ with appreciation and kudos
Yes.
for all their hard work.
Yes, it was a very. I wonder if he's going to do it again. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Haven't heard anything.
No, not yet.
I think it was like the maybe the third week of January. I think
that what it
last
was?
year.
I
think
can't
so.
remember when it was, but I remember that's when I know it was that. Yeah. February. February, kind of a slow month here. Montenegro gets a country souvenir that month. How about-
February seems to be a slow month for a lot of things, including geocaching. Because for those of us in the northern hemisphere, you're at that worst part of the winter, and in the southern hemisphere, it's the worst part of summer too.
The southern hemisphere. Yes, that's true. Yes, absolutely. So that was February. Anything else? Anybody have anything interesting in February? None of you guys? Nothing interesting?
Nope.
I think I got like a handful of caches that I had my February, and
Yeah, I think mine were just like an event or two.
All right, let's go to March then. March brings us kind of the end of winter, and we get Cache Carnival begins.
oh yeah,
Souvenirs. Did everybody get the 5 souvenirs on Cache Carnival?
I did not get all 5 for Cache Carnival. I think I got 3.
don't think I got them all. Let me check my souvenirs.
I think I got all of them.
You got it? Yeah, I think we got all of them. I'm pretty sure. The Creation Celebration.
Oh, I got 5 of them, so I guess I got them all.
Yeah, the Creation Celebration events. You guys remember these?
Yep.
Yes. Andorra gets a country souvenir. I don't even know where Andorra is. Do we know where Andorra is?
Somewhere on planet Earth. Andorra. Oh,
It's in
that's
Europe.
the little country between Spain and France on the border.
Oh, really? All right, cool. And then, where are we? And then Ceto Season 1 begins. Now, do you remember this was the year that they did this? They started adding the Cetos, the Ceto seasons, where I think it was 3 months, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think, right? Where they started adding those. I don't think we got one for that first season.
I don't think we did either.
We didn't get either. Come on.
I don't think so. I don't think we did any Cetos this year.
Really. Wow.
I don't think so.
Not
I think
wow.
we're in about the same boat. We usually get out to a couple of Cetos a year, but this year it just didn't work with the schedules.
Yeah, sometimes they're hard to get to. You know. I
Even though we had that many more, it was that much worse to get to them.
Yeah, it was. I had 2 of them on my calendar, and I missed both of them. So
nice. I'm looking in the chat room here. Valina Mahar says I reached 6,000 finds in March. Nice.
awesome.
And Jason Chapek, March was big. I finished my Jasmer grid. I'm liking that.
Sweet.
That's a tough one. Chad, didn't you finish your grid this year?
Hey, I'll get to that.
Oh, so my mistake. Sorry, sir.
I had a big May.
Oh, it was May is when you.
Well, actually, that one's in October, but
So everybody remember the Cache Carnival and the Creation Celebration? What did you guys think of the Cache Carnival? Did you like? Not like?
I liked it overall, but I don't think it was engaging like some of the other ones that they've had. but it wasn't nearly as crazy as the mythical creatures or whatever it was from the year before.
So was a cash carnival? Was that about mainly like points, other favorite points and stuff? You got more points and that kind of stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was.
If I remember correctly, it was basically just the quantity of caches, but I believe you did have to find some of the like puzzles and stuff like that to get the something more than traditionals to get the final.
Okay.
But I think it was just the counts. I'd have to go back and refresh my memory on that, but
Yeah, I
off
remember.
the top of my head.
I vaguely remember working on it, and I remember a couple of DNFs and talking to some people at an event afterwards, but I couldn't remember exactly what the details were.
I just looked it up. It has to do with favorite points. Favorite points, events, and then when other people award you a favorite point.
Right.
Right.
GSM times 2, I think, is giving us grief in the chat, saying, "Wow, 3 months and you couldn't get to one. That's odd." Man, it's hard,
Yeah,
man.
we got kids.
It's hard, man.
Baseball.
I had
Yeah,
them I had the ones that were up here on my calendar, and then stuff came up.
Yeah, it's just for us. It's always as kids. What if we make it, we didn't have the kids. If we got the kids, we got 3 kids and baseball and sports, and obviously that all comes first. So we try. It's not like I don't like CETOs. I've been to a ton of them. They are pretty high in my list there. It's just.
I mean, I think I've got like six or seven other CETO souvenirs, so it's not like I've been avoiding CETOs.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't
Yeah.
hate them.
I think this is the first year that we haven't.
Yeah, it's rare. I thought we did, but no. I guess we usually do the trail. There's one trail that gets cleaned every year. It's like spring and fall, and just couldn't get out there this year. So that was March. We move on to April. Egypt, guys, gets a country souvenir.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Nobody got Egypt. Chad, never Egypt. Nothing.
No,
Yeah, come on, man.
I wasn't
you travel around
geocaching.
this show.
The last time I was in Egypt, I wasn't geocaching. Actually, geocaching didn't exist then.
Okay, fair enough. Smokey the Bear trackable promotion. Did anyone get a Smokey the Bear?
I didn't.
Nope.
I wanted one though.
Not I.
I tried.
I saw one, but that was it.
I did. One of them actually wound up in our porch cache.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I have it. If you look on my
So you've discovered it.
I discovered it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I live in Smokey the Bear country. I mean, I wanted one.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, this is interesting. Here we go. Glenn Morton. Glenn says my 1,000th cache was in Andorra. It was in Andorra. It's one of the smallest countries. It's in the mountains between France and Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Glenn. How about that? Wow, that's pretty amazing. His 1,000th was there. So now you get the souvenir. I wonder what it looks like. Probably it looks like mountains. I had to guess. if I had to hedge a bet here.
It very well might look like that.
Okay, so also in April, Jesse, you had something in April.
I hit 11,000 fines.
Oh, how about that? Jesse,
I don't. It was pretty unremarkable. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest.
I don't remember what it was either. Well, it was in April. I mean, I'm trying to remember anything we did in April.
It was in April, and I think it might have been a puzzle cache,
Really?
but I don't even know what it was.
Okay, so then May rolled around. Spring,
Mhm.
remember? Spring?
Oh yeah.
Spring? Costa Rica got a country souvenir. Chad, nothing? Did you get any souvenirs, Chad, added to you this year?
This year, yeah, I got a bunch of souvenirs added.
No, I mean like any countries you already had a cash in and then it suddenly got.
Oh no.
I'm assuming if you found one in that country and it gets a souvenir, you then automatically get that souvenir. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that. It's gotta
I've had a few that have popped up later, like the Bahamas and Turkey, and I think there's another one. Anyways, yeah, I've had a few that have popped up later.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Okay.
Oh, Brazil was the other
Virtual
one.
popped up later. Virtual Rewards 2.0 get announced in May. Remember when those came out?
Mhm.
The second one wasn't that the second time they came out? That was
Yeah, that was the second round, and this one you had to actually apply for.
correct. Yes, and I still didn't get one. Yeah,
Neither
didn't
did
get
I.
one either.
But Renee couldn't even apply for it.
she didn't meet
Why
the
not?
criteria.
I don't remember what she was missing, but basically she just hasn't been caching long enough to have made it.
Okay.
How long has she's been caching for a long time, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's been about 5 years.
That wasn't long enough.
No, well, it was like the age of the cache or something, that she had hidden wasn't long enough for.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
I think there's you had to have caches out at least so long.
Right.
Like hides you have, kind of a thing?
Right.
Ooh, oh.
You had to have like so many hides for so long, and she had more than enough of the events, because I think that counted for something, but she didn't have enough of the actual caches.
What's there something like a total of 50 favorite points minimum as well?
I think that's what it was. Yeah. I think it was for the favorite points.
We were looking today, Jesse and I were looking, because I got a virtual today because I got one that Jesse already had. It was pretty much in the area we were in, and it made me laugh because like we'd almost be done with every Illinois virtual if it hadn't been for Virtual 2.0.
Oh yeah,
we'd have like a few left.
Yeah, I was done with all of the Lower Peninsula Michigan ones, I believe, until the next round of virtuals came out.
I mean,
The other
we're gonna
ones.
go pretty much to Iowa now, Jess. Wasn't that right? Didn't you see that where we had to like?
Yeah, we have one out like right near Davenport, just this side of the Mississippi, and then a few in the city, and just a few, maybe about an hour or so south of us. So just a handful.
Yeah, but most of those are 2.0s, aren't they? Aside from the Daryl, there's one at the top of the
Sears Tower.
Sears Tower, or the Willis Tower that they call it now. But there's one at the top of that I've never gotten, believe it or not.
I did that one when we did our day trip by train.
Did you get that one?
Yes. Yeah, you have to go up to the sky deck.
Yes.
We planned the heck out of that one, and we so over planned to do that trip. But I would do it in a heartbeat again because it was so much fun.
What, the trip to Chicago?
Yeah, doing a day trip by train to Chicago, because you can get on like a few blocks. It's more than that, but a few blocks over at Amtrak going to Chicago and walk from the train station
Right, sure.
to Willis Tower.
Yeah, right.
So we did that.
I met you. Didn't we meet you in Chicago?
Later, that was on a different trip.
Well, that was a different trip.
This is, I want to say, early days of Geocache or of a Chicago Geocacher podcast that I did that trip.
Oh, okay. So I remember we met you out there for something. You were in Chicago when I met you out there.
Yep. Yeah, we went and did Vampire Empire.
Yes.
Oh,
Vampire
yes.
Empire.
One
Yeah,
of my
with the,
favorite caches.
Yeah, I want to go and do that one again.
Yeah, good day. Yeah. You come and do it again, I'll do it again with you there.
Oh, definitely. Well, we got to figure out when. That's the only problem. We were planning on doing it this summer, and that fell through.
Oh, no, don't do it in the summer. Do it either in the spring or in the fall.
Yeah.
Because I got baseball all summer. That's
Yeah, well, and the trouble is with Renee being a teacher,
yes,
getting things scheduled right, and you can only do that one on the weekend on Saturday, and it's only until like 2 p.m. I think.
right. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
So it's a tough one to get on the weekends.
Yes, Virtual Rewards 2.0 get announced, and I was not that happy with them. It kind of, and like I said, it made me and Jesse's work a little harder to get the Illinois Virtual Challenge. So I don't know if they're coming out with more or not. That we haven't heard anything about that.
Is that the challenge where you need to get all the virtuals in Illinois?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And you're close to closing it out, and then
We
a
were
bunch,
close.
and a bunch
then
more
the
pop
Illinois
out.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. Yes. Yes, Chad. Thank you for rubbing that in like you just did. Thank you for making it crystal clear via the knife. Also, in May, 20th anniversary celebration is announced. How about that? The 20th celebration anniversary is announced.
Yep.
We still don't know if we're going yet.
We're
Well, you'll be able to go to at least some of them, just not the headquarters one.
Right.
No, I think I think the headquarters one is the only one we'll be able to go to. I think that's
Well,
work.
the
But
celebration events
Yeah.
are going to be, what is it, May through the end of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have those dates right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so there's
it's
gonna
a
be-
large part of the year.
Right, and they're just like local around the corner events, so you'll be able to hit some of those.
Yeah.
So just like they did back in 2010, you'll have a bunch of them, but this time it's spread out over several months to make it easier for people to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if anyone's been notified that they got those yet. I know
If
I haven't.
recall, the first round wasn't going out until January.
Okay. Because I applied for it, I haven't heard anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not apply because I figure we've got enough other event hosts around here that I'm not going to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Yes. GSM times 2 says, "What do people think of the virtual awards? I think they are really well thought out for the most part. As I do. I love a good virtual award. I'm just angry because I was almost done with the challenge and I'm not. Once I finish the challenge, I'm all for virtual awards.
Well, I'm not really sure what geocaching.com's motivation was for getting them up, but I do like having virtual caches, and so many of them were disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The virtual reward caches, 1s and 2s, and I think they did a 2.1, but are all so much better than those first ones that I recall doing back in my early days of caching.
Yeah, when you had, this is the tree I, kissed my girlfriend at.
Well, even more than that, the virtual caches that are coming out now for a good location are so much better, because even then it was like, just email me these few lines off of this plaque and you have something really remarkable there.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've gone into more of that story. They'll have a little bit more to do. So I think they're better game pieces than the originals were.
We were...
But in some instances, they can get a bit...
Oh, there are some
overdone.
that are so overkill.
Right. There's one, and, God bless his soul, he's passed away since it, but he put one out. He was one of the virtual reward one winners, and he put one out, and you've got to go to these 3 different locations and get all the information from those 3 different locations, and then do something else. And it took me a good couple hours to get it completed, and it's like, this is a little too tedious. But I also expected it from this person, because he puts out he did put out great caches, but sometimes you got to work for them, and I don't think a virtual is something that I want to expend tons of effort on.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse and I did one this year, as a matter of fact. It was there's this really cool strip mall, not far from where we live, and there's a tiny little cemetery inside the strip mall parking lot. It's the weirdest thing you'll ever see.
Oh yeah,
it's tiny. It's like, so that, and so some guy, I can't remember whose cache it was or what it was called, but it was a virtual award 2.0. And when I say it took us 45 minutes, Jess,
Oh, easily.
there must have been 20 questions about the cemetery in terms of and we had to measure out feet and all that kind of stuff. And it took us 45 minutes. And and Jesse, I think, was ready to call it quits. I'm like, we have to do this. We have to finish it. We got to get it done. When else are we going to do it? We were both just getting aggravated with it. It's a virtual reward.
Yeah, that's not limited to the virtual rewards, though, because there were some of those originals like that, too. We did a geocaching podcast trip to Toledo back in, I think, 08 or 09. It was X-Punk X and Bad Cop at the time, and I went down there. One of the virtual caches we hit was 6 stages with 15 miles of driving, I think, in total.
Oh,
yeah, they got some in Yosemite Park, National Park, that are several stages and a couple hours of hiking to do. And it's I went down there with my mom and family, and my mom can't get around to do all that stuff. It's yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not against that kind of virtual. It's just I don't think it needs to be. If it takes 45 minutes to do it,
I think here's the difference. The difference is I'm okay with a virtual taking 45 minutes as long as it's engaging and interesting and shows you something special. But the fact that we sat in a cemetery and measured the perimeter and measured from this marker to that marker,
Yeah.
like
Really.
it didn't. I don't. It yeah.
no,
It just
I
wasn't
Yeah, we literally measured I think from tombstone to tombstone at one point.
something like that.
It was crazy. Yeah.
And, once again, basically they can be great and they can be not so great. But
Yeah.
I think overall they have been better this round, from my observations, on average than some of the ones in the past.
Yeah, we were out caching today, and we took a little trip into the woods because we had to do a multi. I wanted to do a multi today, and there was a webcam at the cache, and Jesse got so obsessed with this webcam.
Not a webcam cache. It was just a webcam
It was a
that just
webcam.
happened to be there.
She was so obsessed with getting on the freaking webcam. She never got on it. She didn't even
No,
get on it.
I didn't ever get us, but I did get the person who was with us. I was
realize
able to
now,
capture
like,
him.
while they don't exist anymore. It's because she was like, how long do you want to stand here for? Like, we're burning daylight, literally burning daylight, like to get something that doesn't even matter. So I see now why they don't come back, because it can be very frustrating. But it would have been it'd be cool if that was a webcam cast. It's a shame that didn't become one. They should bring those back just for a quick one.
Well, those I don't see coming back anytime soon with the privacy laws.
Come on,
Right.
a quick one. Also in May, getting back to May, thank a geocaching volunteer day happened in May. Do you remember? I don't even recall this.
I remember a little bit about it, but I don't remember much fanfare. I seem to recall there was an event or two in this area for it.
In your area? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh. And then Taz, you got a whole slew of stuff here. You had a hell of a
Yeah.
month there.
So I hit my 4,000th cache find.
Oh, look at you. Congratulations, sir. Well done.
I completed my double and my triple fizzy.
Oh, look at you.
I got my.
Where were you in May? Where'd you go?
That was Geo Woodstock
Okay.
in Fort Worth.
Okay.
So I mean, there was literally a couple of 81 DT grid geo arts there.
Oh, that's cheating, Chad. Come on. That is flat cheating.
Not
Hey,
if they were legit.
Not if they're legit.
Was it a legit? Look me dead in the eye as much as you can on the computer. And was it a legit 81? Was it a 5.5 or 5.5?
The 5.5s were legit 5.5s.
Okay, what about the other ones? Was the 4.5, 4.5, an actual 4.5?
I would say the majority of the 4.5 terrains
Uh-huh.
were 4.5 terrains.
Okay.
Now, the difficulty level of the actual hide, that could be laid in question. I will say that I would say, in my opinion, things were a little bit skewed high, but I'm not complaining because it helped me.
Well done, sir. Well done. That's to get the double and triple on one visit. That's pretty nice. So
I think at the end of it, I was 4 or 5 away from my quad. Now I'm 2 away from my quad, and something like 6 more away from the 5X.
But I think this is why purists get very upset with the power trails and all that, because of stuff like that. It's time for I know. It's another show, but I think that's one of the reasons, because of stuff like. Don't get me wrong, Chad. I would totally do an 81 challenge power trail. I'd be all about it if there was one near me.
I mean, I was literally up a ladder with an extended pole, standing on my tippy toes, with people below me. If that isn't a special tools required, and I don't know what is.
Well, Ian in the chat room says I've heard from multiple sources that they were legit caches for the 81 thing. So
yeah,
okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I would say on the train side, definitely on the difficulty of finding the hides, Some of them I would question, but anyways, that's all judgment. Anyways, so also I got the GPS Maze Adventure icon,
Oh, there you go. Well done, sir.
and I got my highest single day total to date, which was 325 cash finds in a day,
5. Wow.
with over 300 of them being puzzles.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think Jesse, wouldn't that qualify for your challenge? Would you, do you
That
qualify?
one that day actually, you also needed to find, I think, 5 different icon types,
5
Well,
different
you're-
icon types and 10 different hiders.
10 different hiders.
That's a brutal
Which
qualification.
I looked at that and I believe I do qualify.
Oh, look at that. He qualifies
Sweet.
for your challenge, Jess. That's awesome. He'll
That's
never,
tough to do.
He'll never get it. He'll never get it.
I probably won't, but I qualify.
Not only is
I
it
just
in
need someone to go write my name on the log,
Chicago,
right?
We'll
it's like
FaceTime you in.
an hour from where we live now. It's like it is so far away. All right.
Exciting. And then one more. Oh no, that was it. Never mind.
No, that's it. That's it.
Sorry.
We move on to June, summertime, baseball time for Jesse and I. Israel gets a country souvenir. How about that?
Haven't been there since
Daryl, our motherland, Daryl.
since before
Motherland.
caching came out. So actually, you know what? Caching was out September of 2000 was the last time I was there.
Taz has been to Israel. We've never been to Israel.
No, we haven't.
We have to go.
And again, it's one of those situations, everyone goes places before they start geocaching.
Right.
Renee's been there,
Right
but
now,
she didn't go geocaching.
we have to go. Don't we have to go as Jews? Don't they say we have to go at some point?
I think
Gotta
so.
go to the Mecca, the Jew Mecca, and pray at the wall.
The Wailing
I
Wall.
have
Right.
no
Even
desire
Jenner
to go there.
called, for Christ's sake. Look,
I've been to the Wailing Wall.
he's wailed at the wall.
Well, I didn't wail at the wall.
You didn't go and you didn't pray at the wall?
I went up to the wall. I did put on a
Put a little note in there.
what's
Yarmulke?
the
no.
yarmulke?
I was waiting for June.
out of respect, and respectful and stuff. But I was more about the Via Dolorosa, which is the path of the cross.
Well,
So which is in the same area within the old city Jerusalem.
oh, yeah,
So-
very nice. That's cool. Here, Ian says, didn't we discuss this on a prior show? Chad qualifies spot on. He had the exact number. Oh, right. I think we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was several weeks ago, but
Like the
yeah.
end of the show, I think we did. We yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry to rehash there, Ian. Apologize. Yes. That's it for June. Israel gets a country souvenir. What a slow month for June. Wow. July comes along, and we get the mystery at the museum.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. It wasn't bad. I like the way they did it. What do you guys think of mystery at the museum?
Well, I wish they would have gave extra notification that when you started doing caches at the beginning of it, and you hadn't got was it the not the spy, who was the guy that you had to get first to start the thing?
What are you talking
Was it the magnifying glass?
The magnifying glass.
Yeah, I
There-
think it was
there-
called
there-
Who's Detected or something was the first
The
one.
detective. right.
Detective. Yeah, the detective.
There you go.
So, I went like, I remember being told about it, and then I didn't think about it. And 2 weeks in, or half the way into it, I log an event, and it's like I get the detective popped up. But the other stuff that I logged before that, I didn't get any notifications like, oh, no detective here. There would have been nice to have something like that. So I was basically the last 2 weeks trying to scrounge and get all the stuff done. Otherwise, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, overall, I thought it was a clever addition to the game. The fact that you had to do it really through the geocaching app, the official one, was a detriment. But I think if they do another one, we will see the ties for the partners, the guys who are using the APIs to actually do something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
that's the plan. And I like the concept of the virtual clues that they did, because it does let you overlay another game on top of the geocaches. The only problem is I can't go and find a lot of those in my area because I've cached it out.
Yeah, as have I.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough. We went to Midwest Geobash, so
Yep.
that was an area that I hadn't hit ever. Jesse's been there a couple of times, but I never hit that. So, there was caches everywhere. So we burned through those last 35 pretty quick. We had to search a little for that one difficult one. I can't remember which one. One of the gems. Remember, Jess?
Well, it was the gems were the ones that we had to get multiples, and we had started the day without all the gems, but we found them even before we got to Midwest Geobash. But then the 35, it doesn't matter what caches they were. You just had to find 35 more caches.
Well, you couldn't find 35 archived caches and count.
Yeah.
I found 100 archived caches, and the owner that archived them said, they're out there. You want to get them, log them. That's fine. So I went with some friends to Nevada to go get
trash, basically.
to go get those, and then when I logged them, and there's like 1 day left, I realized, I got to go out and get like 17 or 18 more caches, and I wound up actually burning through a bunch of challenge caches that I hadn't logged. It's like, okay, let me go check all these challenge caches.
Jesse did that one. Jesse, which event did you do when you or Cody went out the night before it was over to go find like 15 caches that you can qualify for? Do you remember which one?
That was the one last year, the one where you had to find like 100 altogether.
Yeah, that was the Mystic Creatures or
yes,
something
the
like
creatures,
that.
right?
Yes, that's what it was. Yes, I liked Mystery. I didn't like the fact that it made me use the app because I don't use the app. So I guess that was one of the points of it, to make me use the geocaching app.
I would definitely that was the only time that I've used it to find more than a couple of caches. Yeah. I mean,
I'm a cachely man,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am too. But I think the problem was really they came up with the idea and didn't have time to build anything out for the APIs and get those guys on board.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll do it. Hopefully they'll do something like that again, and hopefully they'll have it within the API.
I hope so. Yeah, that'd be nice. All right. God, we're 29:15. We're in July. Monaco gets a new country souvenir. Oh, Monaco. And our podcast moves from Hangouts on Air to StreamYard. Oh, Daryl remembers these days very well.
Oh, yeah.
Also has a podcast.
July is when most of us made that switch because they gave us notice in like the end of June.
That was brutal, man.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, we're going to shut down Hangouts on Air August 1st.
Yeah, so we all made the switch. Basically, every geocaching podcast you listen to had to switch their show from Hangouts on Air to the now StreamYard, which we use today. Which, Daryl, what's better, Hangouts or StreamYard?
Each has its advantages and disadvantages. Once they get me the auto switching for the video,
yes, instead of all four.
That's going to throw it over the top. But overall, the quality and everything of StreamYard seems to be better.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I like it. Okay. We hit August, the end of summer. Baseball's over for us, thank God. And we move into Streak Week. They dropped that bomb on us. Remember the bomb of Streak Week? Out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere.
Well, the thing I remember most about Streak Week is how incredibly cold it got for August in this area.
Really? I don't remember it getting cold in August.
We had like 1 or 2 days, and I think we got some rain with it too, which probably was a factor, but it was like in the 50s.
Really?
Yes.
Cuba gets a country souvenir in August. We can't even go. We can't go to Cuba anymore, can we?
We can go to Cuba now.
We can go to Cuba. I thought Trump killed it. We can't go to Cuba anymore.
Oh.
I think they closed it down again.
Obama opened it. Trump.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay. I don't follow everything that Trump
Daryl,
does.
the whole chat room wants to know where you got your cup.
Believe it or not, it was a find at 7-Eleven today.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Hey now.
7-Eleven. He got his cup at 7-Eleven, guys.
Uh-huh. I saw it and it was like, yeah, I need that for the show.
Ian says, looks like it's at 7-Eleven on the bottom.
It does actually.
Nice.
So this is now how I'm going to show the trackables for Geo Gearheads, because every week I've got a trackable over my shoulder.
Right.
But with StreamYard, we go to that new cropped format for the host,
Right.
which means you can't see the sign.
Right. On it. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? Okay. International Geocaching Day. It's in August, kids.
Mm-hmm. Every year.
International Geocaching Day. Did everyone get a cache that day?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
I'm not sure I did actually.
Daryl?
That one kind of snuck up on me too.
International Geocaching Day snuck up on you.
Well, yeah, it wasn't, because I was thinking it was supposed to be the weekend of West Bend, but wasn't it like the weekend after?
No, wasn't it
the weekend
August
before?
August 18th. Or actually, that's when I earned mine.
Midwest Geobash when we were there?
So-
Not, International Geocaching?
No,
That's
it
in
would have
July.
been West Bend.
Oh, that was July. Oh,
Yeah.
so West Bend.
So maybe, yeah, I probably did get it if it was at West Bend, but I was thinking it was not the West Bend weekend.
Did you go to West Bend this year?
Yeah.
You were there? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did we cache?
Yeah, we ended up not really caching much. We did a couple of the gadget caches around the event.
Yeah, that's right.
I have no memory of Daryl being there.
I
That's
do.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
No, because I got there on Friday
You got there on
or on Thursday night. But yeah, we were there for Friday, so we did.
only Friday.
No, we were there Friday, Saturday, but we were caching when you guys arrived even.
Oh, okay. All right, we strolled into September. We got Bosnia and Herzegovina. Oh my God.
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina. Get a country souvenir. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle trackable promotion begins. I didn't get one. Jesse, didn't you get one?
No,
No?
I haven't gotten a trackable promotion. I think the last one I got was the DuckTales.
Oh.
It's been a
I
long
think
time.
the last one I got was the Michelin Man. So it's been a real long time.
Daryl, didn't you take second place in the Michelin Man one?
I got runner up.
Runner up, yeah.
Yeah,
God, we loved it.
there were like 5 of the runners up, but that was
Picture you taking
also,
Chicago, that one.
yes,
Up. Did it
at
really?
the
I was there when he took that picture.
yeah,
Yeah.
at the start of Route 66.
Yes, I remember the sign. Yes, that's right. Cedo Season 2 begins in September. Again.
Still didn't get one.
Still didn't go on.
This is a bunch of me here. I hit 18,000 caches in September.
Woohoo.
I mean, I don't know what it was. It must have been a pretty irrelevant cache. I don't remember what it was. I complete my triple fizzy in September. And I get this, Daryl. I finally end my FTF a month streak at 129 months.
You know, you're not the only one who's ending streaks recently. We've heard from a few people who have been doing the daily streaks for years that they're going to give it up or have given it up in the last few months.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went 129 months of almost 11 years. It was like 10.7 or something, 10.8. And I couldn't find one. Except I couldn't get it. We have this old, I shouldn't say old, this couple in their 60s, retired couple, and they are just hounds. And I couldn't. I mean, I can't compete with people who are retired.
Right.
Mhm.
Can't
Yeah.
compete with that, you know. And so I have kids. I have a job, you know, like, and they usually go away in January. They're like, what are they called? What are they called? What's my dad called?
Snowbird.
Snowbirds.
Snowbird. Thank you. They're snowbirds. So they're in Florida all winter, but like I just missed it by a couple of months. I only had to wait them out for a couple more months, and they just locked in every time, man. They got me. So they ended my streak of 129 months, man. It was good. It was a good run, but it had to end. And you know what? I'm absolutely at peace with it. Absolutely at peace with it. It was tough.
Now there's no pressure anymore at the
Yeah.
end of the month.
It was tough. Yeah.
You know, when I was reading that, I was surprised. It's like, I don't think we talked about that on the show.
No, it was quiet. Yeah, it was pretty quiet. And I was actually okay with it. I mean, Jesse was like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm actually fine with it.
I kept asking him, "Are you sure you don't want me to like put one
Yeah.
out for
I'm like,
you?
no,
I
I'm
can like."
fine. Like, trust
No.
me, the pressure's off now. I'm perfectly okay with it. I mean, when I hit 10 years is insane. for an FTF a month every month for 10 years. That's
Right.
insane. So the fact that, I got over 10 years, and actually Cody now is creeping up on me. Cody just hit 100 months with an FTF a month.
Mhm.
Wow.
He's still going.
He's still going. Yeah, he's still going. He might pass me. And then Shorty, give us yours. You got one too.
In September, I finally
Finally.
finished my double fizzy.
That was she
All
she
right.
was on that for
I struggled with that, and now I am 6 away from a triple.
Yes. Well, she's
Sweet.
going for triple. Yes. October comes in, and we get snow in Chicago in October.
Yes, we did.
International Earth Cache Day happened in October. Geocaching introduces the new lists feature in October. Daryl, you're a super nerd. What did you think? We never even talked about this, really.
We did talk about it on Geo Gearheads on one of the randomized shows. Overall, we just have to get used to it, and I still haven't had the chance to get used to it because, quite frankly, I don't use the list features that much
You
like
know
I
what?
used to.
You know what? I'm just now really starting to use the list feature. About the only time I would use them before would be like gathering the list of a geo art or puzzles that I need to solve together, and then I would go and kind of use that list to go down through the list and solve them. But now it's like I can create a list, and then with one of them, and then basically right click and add, or actually even select a bunch of them on the map on the left hand side and say to add all of these to the list. So it makes creating that list so much simpler if someone else hasn't already created that list for you. And there's a number of nice little things that it features that it has in there, and it's actually I'm now starting to use the list more
Really?
for other things. Yeah,
Do you like it? Are you finding it better?
I'm finding it better. Yeah,
Really? Wow. All right. You might have to do a whole show.
I'm still a PQ guy, but
Well, and that's my thing is I'm doing it in Cachly.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it's
what I
in
do.
Cachly, it's go back to the website is more work now because I don't use the computer much for caching. It's all the iPad for the planning and the iPhone to go out caching.
Yep.
And now that with iOS 13 we have the Files app, you can even load your Garmin unit right from the phone.
All right, there you go. All right. Also in October, Vietnam gets a country souvenir. And Chad, you got something there. Kind of a big one here. Go ahead.
yeah. So I finished my jazz mirror.
Oh.
So I finally got that January 2001 cache. So did Alabama's oldest when we were in Georgia for the going caching.
Very nice. Finished the jazz. Jesse, how many are we away?
I am 6 away.
Am I 6 away as well?
I think you're also 6 away. I think we evened up.
Okay.
I think we
Well,
need.
we're going to
the same
Texas. We'll
ones.
knock a nice chunk out of that, right?
Yep, we'll get a few down in Texas in January, and then we'll have to plan. I think one more trip
Go to
after that.
Power Island. We got to go to Power
We
Island.
need to go up to Power Island.
Go visit Daryl.
Hey, let me know when you do it because I haven't done it yet either.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna stay at your house when I do it. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's not that close.
as long as no one's sick.
Yeah, well, I had a plan to go with rock chalk and ended up with bronchitis.
Aw.
Yeah, because he went. Didn't he go?
Yeah.
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 No, he went.
Right after I got the new car, too, because I wasn't 100% sure the old car was going to make it. But it's like a 5 or 6 hour drive.
I would have gone without you.
Yeah,
Wow.
you would have.
would have waited.
Wow. Why don't I believe that?
All right. November. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, Glenn Morton says, wow, you lost it. Don't forget 2020 is a leap year. Good year for a 366-day streak. Jesse, do you have the 366 streaks at all?
No, I stopped at 204.
No, I'm saying like, do you have?
Yeah, the 29th of
You have
February.
Oh, I do have the 29th of
Oh, you do?
February,
Okay.
yes.
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess you have.
But not a 366-day streak. No.
No, that's insane. That's ridiculous.
No.
November rolls around. We get United Arab Emirates. Am I saying that right?
Emirates.
Yes, Emirates.
Emirates gets a souvenir. And the GIF 2019 comes along. which Jesse and I unfortunately were not able to attend. I got to watch the videos. I haven't even watched the videos yet. But
They're
that-
funny, or most of them are pretty funny.
I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. Then December, this month comes along. We got 3, 2, 1, go, which I think Jesse and I are one away now.
I think we need one more day.
One more day. Yes. Daryl, are you going to get the souvenir?
I don't think I'm going to.
You're running out of time here. It's the
Yeah, well, I've gone for several caches, and all of them so far have gone missing before I got there.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I've got an email again just today. Of course, like as I'm getting ready for the show, that one of them, yeah, I went out and checked on it, and it is missing. So it's replaced. Go and get it.
Oh, no. Curiosity Girl in the chat room says, I got 3 FDFs in a day and found my 1,000th geocache in November. There you go. That's a good one.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's always the good one, man. Because they say no one respects you till you find 1,000 caches. That's when you know. Moving along, Antarctica gets a souvenir. Chad, you been to Antarctica? I know you have.
No,
Never
that
stepped foot
one
on
of one of 2 continents that I have not been to,
Really? You've been everywhere. Have you not been to Antarctica?
and probably the only continent that I'll never go to. So I'll probably make Australia within the next couple of years.
Oh, really? For work or personal?
Personal.
That's
Australia and New
that's my
Zealand.
bucket. My bucket's Australia. That and England. Those are my 2 buckets.
Done England. Been there, done that.
Here's a good one, guys. The podcast, Geocaching Podcast, finally gets on Instagram in December. Believe it or not, Jesse and
You're welcome.
Jesse gave us. So, guys, if you do not follow us on Instagram, you go to Instagram.com/ what is it? The Geocaching.
No, Geocaching Podcast.
Oh, just Geocaching Podcast. Sorry.
Yes.
Instagram, and then go Geocaching Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram. We put a ton of pictures up there today for Geocaching Day. What we were doing.
There's some good ones. There's
So-
some good pictures up there.
We've been on Twitter. We've been on Facebook. We're finally on Instagram. December 31st gets a souvenir, which we should get. I should get it. I mean, Jesse should get it at least.
I have a lunch event here I'm going to go to.
Yeah, we have a lunch event. Yes, we usually go to the lunch event every year. How about this? The locationless cache for 2020 is announced this year.
Yay!
That's exciting.
That's a big thing.
Yes, that is exciting.
Another icon.
Scott laughed at me at how excited I was
Jesse
about
was
that. I was,
way too excited for it.
I was
I was
pretty
like,
excited.
oh, cool. Jesse's like, I got to get away from the mic. She's like, did you hear? Like, yeah. She actually texted me like, she's like, my people at work think I'm way too excited for this stupid souvenir. Yes. Yeah. There you go. So yeah. So and everybody who is living under a rock, basically you have to find signal or find the banner at a I'm assuming at a mega or a giga. And,
Well, it's at the celebration events, I think.
no, I think it's at any. I think
It could be. At any time you see Signal Frog, but the banners, I think, are the celebration banners that
Oh,
you
the
have to
banners
find.
at the celebration.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Right.
Because he'll be wearing a T-shirt, I think. Won't he? I think it's a T-shirt he'll be wearing or something.
I think so, yeah.
And I'm assuming they're going to do a celebration event at the time frame that they do the Geocaching HQ celebration.
Wait, but aren't they having like 2,000 celebration events?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
I'm going to get one from them
So
from
everyone's gonna
that, but also
2,000 banners they're going to send out. Is that what you're telling me, Daryl?
I don't think you necessarily have the 2,000 banners, but I think they're providing the artwork for those.
Oh,
but I should be able to close out every single cache type that geocaching has ever put out.
oh, look at you! Really
Nice.
This is one of the old ones,
I only got 3 left: the locationless cache,
right?
the what used to be the 10-10-10, but now are lost and found. Now it's the community celebration event, and the geocaching HQ celebration.
Wait,
See, and I'm still missing the block party.
look at Ian sitting there going, "I have some interesting
Yeah.
info on the location list thing." This is what Ian says in the chat room right now. Like, what does that even mean? I have some interesting info on the location. Dude, if you're not going to call us up and tell us what it is, why would you drop that on there? Come on.
Just call us after the show, Ian.
unless he wants to display it to everybody in the world, then he can call us on the show.
Go row a boat, dude.
What'd you say? Go on.
Go row a boat.
Wait, since Signal can only be at so many mega events, they're going to send a banner to all the megas. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go. Look at him being in the know. DL, you are so not in the know.
No, I guess not.
Remember the days when you used to be in the know?
Yeah, I do actually. It wasn't that long ago.
Daryl, on a boat's the new hotness. It's the new hotness.
He needs his own podcast now so that we can all pick up all of his knowledge.
Okay, Shorty Knits, you got something in December. Let's hear it.
I hit 12,000 finds.
12,000.
Again, pretty unremarkable. That was not too long ago, though, so I actually do remember what it was. It was a nano on a bench. Big deal.
You just did it a little while ago.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yep, 12,000.
And then today, 77 finds on Geocaching Day. Today. And that was December right there. Oh, he says, and Signal will be wearing a special button this year. Not a t-shirt, it's a button. That's what it is. Thank you, Ian. And then, so that wraps up 2019. My total finds for this year as of today, I mean, obviously, I don't know how much we're going to do caching in the next week. But I have found 1,170 caches this year, which is lower than I usually get, but I think even less than I got last year, but not the lowest I've ever done. What about you, Jesse?
I have, as of today, 1,191. So we have a week left, 9 more for 1,200. I think I'm going to go for it.
Jesse has more caches than me. Jesse's cache cheating with somebody because
No. You're with me. You've
Yeah,
just already
finding
been
all the
there.
ones that you've already found.
okay.
Stop taking me to the caches. Oh, there's one right over here. I found this years ago. Here, go sign in.
I know that problem well.
Well, let's go to Chaz first. Chaz, how many caches did you find this year?
1,735. So
Very
look at that.
nice.
He's definitely the big
So
winner.
that was definitely my biggest cash year by more than 2x.
Really? Nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm at
Daryl.
I'm only at 335. Not even one a day.
Daryl.
There's still time, Daryl. You can do it.
Not with my track record this winter. If DNFs counted, I'd have plenty more than that for sure.
Oh, if DNF counted, I might be close to 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, 1,000's hard to get. It is. It's really hard to get for a year. You know, that's averaging. You know, that's almost what? That's almost 100 a month, isn't it?
Mhm. There was that one year I found over 3,000 in a
Yeah,
year.
Jesse had one insane year here.
That
like,
was
Jim on
crazy.
KY says like the way she cashes, I've been cashing 1.8 Jesse years.
Oh. It was Geo Woodstock this year that did it for me because I had over 1,000 finds during Geo Woodstock. I had during a 7-day stretch there, and I think we did 8 or 9 days. I had 1,090
Wow,
cash finds. So
nice. There you go. Let's see. Ian says on a boat says I'm closing in on 1,100. GSM times 2 says 1318 for now. Jason Chapek 1607. Look at you guys. Valina Mahar. I think it's Valina. This year was my best. It's 1,300 in 19. There you go. In 2019. That's pretty good, guys. That's amazing years. Those are fantastic. That people are still averaging 1,000 per year. You know, it's not easy to do. Is
No.
it? I think 2 years ago I only averaged like 800. But then like when I first met Jesse, I was averaging 2,000 a year. So
I get the vast majority of mine at Megas. So when I go caching with other people, and our focus at Megas tend to be caching, less about the Mega, more about the caching.
oh, see, then you don't want to go to Midwest Geobash because that's all about.
Well, I mean, I would go there for the event.
Yeah, you should. It's a good time, man. It's a lot of fun. Oh, Romy Shapiro's got 482. She's in the Daryl range. There you go. That
Hey, she's still beating me though.
She's
there's
beating Daryl.
numbers this year. That's what that is. They seem to with Lisa Hawkins under 400 this year. There you go. That's Daryl numbers. You're like a Daryl. Way to go. So it's been a good year. I enjoyed this year. I thought it was fun. Jesse, did you enjoy 2019?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good year.
You had a good year. What about you, Daryl?
Oh yeah, we had a ton of fun with the mega events, especially. But overall, another good year of geocaching. Just not as much of it as we wanted.
Yeah, it gets up. I know Daryl doesn't have any kids, but with Jesse and I, it gets harder as your kids actually get older. I thought it would get easier, but it really isn't because our kids are doing way more stuff this year. So it was way. I mean, Jesse, how many times did we go to the woods? I mean, one of the reasons the woods
Oh, yeah.
kicked me and Jesse's butt is because we're just so out of caching shape. It's ridiculous.
Hmm.
I mean, Jesse and I would trudge through that easy back in the
Oh, yeah.
caching shape days. So with kids, it's a lot harder. Chad,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of this year? How'd you do?
I thought it was for me. It was an awesome year. So like I said, by far the most caching I've done in a single year. I think I actually did more. I found more puzzles this year than I found caches in any single year.
Wow.
Do you think
So-
you think you can maintain those numbers, Chad?
No, that ain't happening next year. I would like to break 1,000 next year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So we'll see how much I get. It's really going to depend more upon what I get in August between the headquarters celebration, Going Ape, and Geo Woodstock.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Yeah, we got a lot of trips planned. So.
It's going to be a 2-week stretch of caching for us, and we'll see how burnout we get.
Glenn wants to know how come we got engaged in October, Jesse. How come that didn't make the list? It didn't make the list.
Well, it wasn't a caching milestone. I thought
Really?
this was just about geocaching.
It is absolutely. That's why.
Sure.
So, Daryl, plug your stuff, buddy.
You can find my show at GeoGearheads at CacheManiacs.com. And of course, we do it through StreamYard on Thursday nights at 9:10 p.m. Eastern. That's 6:10 p.m. Pacific. Or let's see, that's 7:10. 8:10
8:10
Central. Yeah.
Chicago time. Daryl, always a pleasure, sir. Former host of the show. We love you.
Thank you.
Know that.
Always a pleasure coming back.
You're always welcome. I wanted to have Daryl on the final show. This is the final show, so I gotta have Daryl.
Wait, the final,
Final
show of
show of the year.
2019.
2019.
Of course, I'm 20. We're not going anywhere. I got a whole list of things here I got to read. Guys, you think we're going away? Coming in January. We're coming in January. We're coming into 2020. We're coming in hot. We're coming in hot, guys. January 1st, which is next week, we got January Catcher Coffee, and then it just keeps going from there. We got January 8th, guys. Guess what? We've got a reviewer coming on the show. A conversation with a reviewer. This is your chance. You want to talk to a reviewer? You have a question for an actual reviewer? You call us in. You got his attention. You got his full attention. He'll answer any question you got. January 15th, we're back to the hashtag #OneUpMe. #OneUpMe getting hurt geocaching. We've got the best getting hurt geocaching story coming January 15th. January 22nd, Daryl, our 600th show. 600th show, Daryl. And it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy, Daryl. Guess what?
You got any leak any information, or are you just going to keep us-
anything? I'm not
All right.
leaking anything. No. But it's going to be a doozy. And then to finish out January 29th, we're going to be talking about my favorite thing, attributes. That's the month of January. We're coming in hot on January. It's going to be a great month. Looking forward to it. Guys, going to have fun in January. Thank you so much for everybody listening in 2019. It was a crazy year for this podcast, getting it really on its feet and getting it going. So we appreciate you very much. Chad, you want to say anything about the year?
No, I'm tired.
Jesse,
I don't know. I don't think we said anything at the beginning of the show, but I'm actually sick right now, running a fever and sore throat.
Oh, we appreciate you coming on, Chad. Jesse, anything you want to say before I close?
I'm tired.
You're done. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for watching throughout the year, listening throughout the year. Patrons, we adore you. Thank you so much for helping this show run. It's so difficult without you guys. Actually, it wouldn't happen without you guys. If we all lost all our patrons tomorrow, we'd be out of business. So we appreciate you guys so much. So, guys, next month we're talking January Cash Your Coffee, and that starts the ball rolling for 2020. Um, and that's about it. Daryl, again, thank you so much, buddy. And I will close out this show. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on your website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps that show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe button or the get notified button to let us know when we go live. I guess let you know. If you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you'll get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Out Body Company, Practical Geocaching, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll talk to you next week, talking geocaching, taking those phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. We are clear. We are clear. There we go. Thank you so much, Daryl.
My pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you, especially because Chad's sick.
Aw.
Sorry you're sick, Chad.
And we're all tired.
I didn't know.
Oh
you-
my gosh.
Oh, we're exhausted.
So
God.
tired.
We're exhausted.
And I have to be at work in 7 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh,
So,
I'm not
I'm
going to
good.
work tomorrow.
Lucky.
That's good, man. I know
I'm
I have to go to work
slipping
tomorrow.
in.
It's brutal, man. So yeah. All right. Daryl, thank you so much. Go on,
thanks
Larry.
again.
Hold on. Everybody, thank you so much. We will talk to you guys next week. We appreciate it very much. Thank you for the year, and thank you for everything you guys did this year.